Hi Naomi, this is Bev, ex-Ielts examiner. Okay, let's take a look at your two tasks. First one, this graph shows the data of the visits from the USA, Canada, and Mexico to 4 cities, namely London, Paris, Madrid, and Istanbul in the year 2008. Okay? In general, the total number of visits from the USA to the 4 cities is the highest among the 3 countries, or out of the 3 countries, while the overall visits from Canada are higher than those from Mexico. Mexico is the country, Mexican is the nationality. Okay. Americans, from the graph, it shows that Americans preferred visiting Paris in comparison to tourists from Mexico, while those from Canada chose Madrid and Istanbul as their most popular city of choice to visit, as their most popular cities of choice to visit. It is clear that the number of visits from Mexico and the USA to Madrid, I wouldn't say it is clear, it can be seen, okay, or it is depicted in the graphs, okay, that the number of visits from Mexico and USA to Madrid were similar, okay, and you need to put that figure, that amount in numerals, in figures, okay, so at respectively. And this is not, okay, you don't need to say visits again because you've said visits there, okay, full stop. However, only about 25,000 visitors were from Canada. An interesting point is that tourists from Mexico were the highest number to visit Madrid. Okay, so much so that their visits to the other 3 cities were quite modest. Okay, I wouldn't use words like modest because in task 1 you need to be a little bit more specific. We're significantly less. Okay, and don't use words like prefer or favored or love to, because this is task 1. It's all about facts and figures, what the graph tells you. You don't know why they chose to visit Madrid, not because they love to, but maybe out of some kind of necessity. Okay, you don't know the emotional side of it. You're only talking about the facts that you can glean from the graphs. Okay. In a word, I wouldn't say in a word, because that literally means just one word. So you can just say, to sum up or overall, the bar chart shows that the difference in visits by country of origin. It seems as though you haven't finished your sentence, because that's a kind of sentence you would have in your introduction, so it doesn't really read correctly here. Clearly, Americans were amongst the highest, visitors from America were amongst the highest to visit all 4 cities. Whereas those from Mexico, you say here, whereas Mexican have clear preference towards the choosing of tourist cities. What does that mean? What are tourist cities? Okay, you need to be a little bit more specific, and please, people from Mexico. Okay, tourists from Mexico. All right, you need to do a bit of work on this one, Naomi. You need to stick to facts, okay? And remember that we are talking about visitors from these countries to those cities. And These are not necessarily called tourist cities, that you name the cities, the 4 cities mentioned. Okay, and far as the numbers are concerned, you can actually put them in figures, in the numerals. Okay, let's take a look at your task 2. First of all, let's just check your word count. $274. That's fine. Okay, good. Let's have a look. Nowadays, the fast update rate of technology. Okay, I think what you want to say is the pace at which technology is advancing has put some people at uncomfortable positions as they feel it troublesome and time-consuming to operate new technology or complicated designs. Okay. You need to rephrase that a bit, Naomi. You need to say something along the lines like the rate at which technology is advancing. You can say maybe nowadays some people feel intimidated by the pace at which technology is advancing and do not feel comfortable with using technology. Okay. From my perspective, technology should be designed to cater to a human being's needs instead of rather than people being compelled to adapt to it. Moreover, with the assistance of technology, people are becoming more intelligent. Okay? Technology is created to make people's lives easier, or to make one's life easier. Okay? And more productive. Technology aims at shortening the time spent on work, transportation, and daily chores, etc. For example, not bulletin, but bullet trains largely cut commuting time for long distance travel, okay, because it's a noun concept, and it enables people to have more time with their family or to spend at work. If people had to spend days learning how to take trains, they would find it unnecessary to use. I wouldn't say unnecessary, but inconvenient to use. For they could, as they would probably then choose to travel by bus instead. Therefore, technology should be constantly monitored and adjusted to meet people's demands. Okay. That it's not very clear what you're saying there, Naomi. You need to expand a little bit more. Okay. There's a problem there with your coherence and cohesion. How does the one thing connect to the other? Okay. Thanks to technology, people can concentrate on developing their brains so that they can become smarter. It is true that modern technology, such as digital technology, has saved people abundant time and energy, which could have been easily spent on time-wasting jobs. For example, the advent of cloud computing makes the exchange and calculation of large amounts of data possible, and it has freed up people's time. It's not really time. And it has, what's the word you want to use here? It's not free people, and it has therefore allowed people, and therefore people no longer have to be considered, no longer have to carry around backed up information on USB, memory sticks, data sticks, okay? or CDs, DVDs. Therefore, with more time and resources at their disposal, check your spelling for disposal, human beings can be encouraged to cultivate their intellectual capacity and expand their limit. Okay, again, that doesn't really, there's a difference between intelligence and knowledge. Okay, and just because you use a computer doesn't mean say you become more intelligent, but having things like access to the internet allows you to become more knowledgeable because you have such greater access to knowledge. So think about how you want to put that into your paragraph. In conclusion, human beings are the creators of technology. So no matter how fast technology becomes, it should be designed to meet people's needs. At the same time, our brains can be encouraged to extend their capacity. Okay, that sentence also you need to explain a bit more about the fact that you might want to put in here that because of computer technology, we can maybe do brain exercises that like on Nintendo and things like that. Or the fact that we have access to the internet allows us the opportunity to gain more knowledge, study online. It's a very all-encompassing sentence that doesn't explain much. Okay, you need to be a bit more specific and extend what you're saying a bit more for the reader to actually follow your argument. Okay, Naomi, good work though. Okay, very good effort indeed.